Okay, let's talk today about manifestation. This is something that interests me, that I'm excited about. I really like this. First of all, because it's connected to not necessarily just to the universe, to God, it's connected to psychology, and I like psychology and neuroscience. And I've been studying it for the past year. I've been listening to different videos, even to the boring ones, and I was trying to find a key of how it works. You know that there are many people who actually sell this type of classes, who promise you that if you take these classes, it will completely change your life and help you. And there are many people who swear by vision boards, by affirmations, by believe and let go and it will happen. And I wanted, to bring some my point of view on this. So I was thinking in the beginning, I was thinking that I'm going to say I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I have a good day. Today's my good day. Today's my good day. It's like, wake up and say all these good things about yourself to feel good. And then you go and then something happens. You fight with someone or something didn't go your way, or there's a flat tire and you get annoyed and you get upset, you get sad, you get angry. And then you think, oh, God doesn't love me, universe hates me, it's not working. So I just wanted to let you know that I am from researching manifestation and researching neuroscience, reading about psychology and neuroscience and manifestation and how it works together, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, how it jumps, quantum jumps. I want to tell you that the theory behind it, I think it's not really understood by all people. I think that many people who promise in their videos and their classes that you'll do this and you'll be a lot better, or you'll manifest anything in your life, just do this class or read this book, and they are actually misinformed people. The reason for that is because when people, there's a point in your life when you start to think about manifestation, or when you start to think about universe, or you start to think about changing your life. And that doesn't come out of blue. It comes if you went through some type of changes in your life, or some type of heartbreak, or something happened in your life, and you start to think about what's happening, about your life, how you're living it, and you're just tired of it and you want to do it differently. You want to start to have it nicely, and people are excited and they hear these videos and they start to do things, and then it doesn't work out for them. They get disappointed and they go back to the life they had. And I want to say that the manifestation part, if you like these videos about manifesting, if you listen to them and if you try to do all of these parts, you need to understand that you will get to the point where you'll get very disappointed, even I would say depressed. And the reason for that is because you're working hard on yourself, but the outside world is not working with you on what you want to do. So it's really hard for people to, let's say, do all the time good things or try something better, and then the people outside are like just throwing stuff at them, and it's always, and you just get tired of this. And then there's a point where you are like so happy, so excited, like you're flying, like your life is so good because you start to do all these exercises, all these advices from the videos, and then at one point you just go and it feels like nothing has any more sense. It doesn't make sense. Nothing is working. Everything is bad. And and the reason for that is that when we try something new, we're getting very excited. Like, think of dating. When you start dating someone, you have butterflies, you're like so excited, you cannot wait for their phone call, for their text. You tell everyone about it and you're like, oh my God. But then you get married, then 10 years pass, and then you're like, some people even divorce, or they don't talk, or they become estranged, and that's because they already got that, that hype. Same with manifestation. When you start to do this, when you start to wake up in the morning and say, I'm a good person, I'm a good person, I'm gonna have a good day, a good day. It's working, it's lifting you, and you're like so excited, and then but something happened, and you feel like so disappointed. And the reason for that is because many of these videos, they are like superficial. It's like a candy wrap. In reality, if you want to really manifest something, you can, but manifestation doesn't mean it's going to drop on your head from the heaven or from somewhere else. It means that you're going to work for it. And how it manifests, it doesn't manifest as a miracle. Well, sometimes it feels like a miracle because you don't expect that it's actually going to work. But manifestation is more like, you want to go beyond the affirmations. You want to go beyond the just blindly believing. Although I'll tell you that belief has a very important part in this, because if you're not going to believe in a good outcome, you're going to give up and you're going to feel not good. You have to believe in it. And um, often when you try to do things in a better way, the let's say the dark side of you will come out, and it's like, you try to be okay, what example should I tell you? I try to tell myself that I'm the best mom, the best mom, and it helped very good for a couple of days. I was like so nice and everything, and my kids would do something and I would be like, I'm the best mom, I'm just the best mom, I'm gonna close my eyes. But then in time, my kids started to do it more and more because I'm the best mom. I don't say anything, and they feel free to do it. And then at one point, I just exploded, and I was so disappointed in myself because, in reality, for me to be a good mom and for them to be good kids and for us to work in a better manner, we have to actually have communication. We have to discuss. We have to not discuss when we're upset and angry with screams and saying you did this, you're worse, or blah, blah, but more like I'd say more like sit down and say, hey, I really don't like when you do this, can you please stop doing this? And your kids will tell you many things about you if you sit down for that type of talk. They will tell you how they feel when you scream at them, how they feel when you're mean to them, how they feel when you say, like my favorite phrase is like, if you don't put it away, I'll throw it to garbage, you know? And it seems like it's just like, a threat. And I didn't give it too much thought, but my youngest one was like, it makes me feel so sad. So to manifest a better family life, you actually have to work on it. You cannot just say, I want to have a better life and then do whatever you did the same way and just say I'm a good person. It's work. And if you want to manifest a better job, it's the same thing, it's work. If you don't have the skills, you don't have the abilities to do a better job or a higher rank, um, just saying that you are having that job and hoping for this and expecting that, it's not going to make it happen. You have to work for it. And if you think of a law of attraction and all the universal laws, law of attraction, it's so much sold to us that we think that we need to just attract it. We need to be on the same vibration level, although you need to, but we think, okay, I'm on this vibration, I'm the manager, I'm the manager, I'm the manager, and then the manager job doesn't come to you, it goes to someone else. And that's because you're just wishing for it, you're not working for it. And if you think of all the laws of universal laws, if you're going to go and actually read all 12 of them, and you're going to actually read each of them not as a summary but individually, like find more information, you'll see that you actually have to work for things you want. Because if you want to put in let's say the same management job, to be a manager, you have to be confident, you have to know the products or whatever they are doing, the procedures, you have to know how to talk to people, how to talk to clients, how to talk to your boss, and all this is skills. And for you to when you read these laws, they will tell you that the law of correspondency, it corresponds to what you know. So when you want to manifest something, you need to make sure you have the base for it. Um, I hear many stories where they say like, there was a girl or a woman whose name is, I don't know, Rebecca, and she really wanted a husband like this, like this, like that. She couldn't find it, and she said, "Universe, I'll let it in your hands." And although I do believe that universe gives us what we want, or we truly want, I really believe in that. It requires a job from you. And if you look from the psychology side of it, if you want to actually manifest a partner the way you want it, you have to be that first partner, because they do say that there's always, everything comes in two pairs, right? And you find the pair like on you. You have to work on yourself. You have to work on what you tolerate or not tolerate, what your partner, your ideal partner you want, what would they tolerate or not tolerate. You can have the best partner in the world, but if you yourself are not the best partner, or you do something that always contradicts that person or restricts it or makes him feel or her feel bad, then even the most perfect partner will leave you. And manifestation always means working on yourself. You have to work on yourself. And I wanted to say that often we uh, cannot manifest what we want, even that happiness, like I'm a happy person. You cannot really manifest it because you're judging and because you even are too tolerant. And that means that um, in today's world, we have to be tolerant. We have to be nice to all people, and it's not that we have to. It's actually very good for human beings to be nice and understandable. But sometimes we are just tolerating things that we, we're doing it because we're told to, not because we want to. And that can be a problem too. So when you're thinking about manifestation, I think every person needs to understand that these people who sell classes or people who achieved this level of easiness, of freshness, of manifestation, they worked on it not for 2 days, not for a year. They worked on it for 10, 20 years. And working on this, they say you have to go from this plane of thought to this plane of thought. And to do that, it's actually working. You need to see what makes you angry, not to put those feelings somewhere underneath and say, I'm not angry, I'm not mean, I'm not that, I'm not judging, I'm just a good person, I'm so lovely and all that. It's not like that. It's never gonna work for you. You have, although let me say, your psychology part, if you do say that you're a good person and you believe that you're a good person and you believe that you can do better, your brain starts to actually help you find situation and react to the situation the same way. You can do that, but suppressing your emotions or suppressing your feelings, it's not going to get you to be a better person or to manifest anything. When you learn about manifestation and about universal laws, you'll often hear about the dark side or shadow sides. And the shadow sides are the qualities in us that makes us who we are when we are upset, makes us who we are when nobody's watching us. It makes our thoughts, like, shadow thoughts, like, you can pretend and tell people the nicest things, but in your brain you might think bad stuff or have bad ideas or judge the people. And so to manifest, you have to work on your shadow quality. So when you're angry, upset, or something doesn't go your way and you don't like it, you should take note of those feelings. You should take note and see why you need to work and start working on each of them. and it's going to take time. It's not going to be 2 days. It's going to take time for you to work on that. There are things that I'll tell you, I've been doing it for a year. I've been working on myself for a whole year, and well, let's say less than that, because for a while I was just flying around with our affirmations and vision boards. But when I really truly started to study how it works, based on neuroscience and based on what these people who achieved higher levels of thought or manifestation, how they think and how it's connected to psychology, how it's connected to our brains, it really made me realize that I have to get to that point, I have to work on my worst points. And I can tell you that uh, there are traits in me that I worked for more than 6 months, and then there was a situation that brought it all up back, like back, and it wasn't a big situation. It was like a very funny little thing that was told to me that brought all those ideas, was all those thoughts again, and I had to start all over. I have I have to work with those thoughts and those feelings in order for me to, and when they say accept your thoughts, accept your feelings, and let them go, it's not like that. You have to resonate with them, because let's say if you went to the store and you bought bread and you paid 7.99 instead of 6.99, you're probably going to say to your husband or your friend, oh my god, I paid $1 more for the bread, and then you just forget about it because that didn't really hurt you, or didn't wasn't some type of bad feeling for you. But there are things that we experience in our lives that actually hurt deep inside, in our hearts, in our brains. And sometimes they hurt not because it was such a big deal, but because our thoughts, our brains, we did help the situation hurt more. So to manifest or to have everything you want, uh, you have to have faith. You do have to have faith, because if you don't have faith, you're not going to have the power to work on yourself. I also have to be patient, and you have to understand that it requires work. And I would say that anyone who wants to manifest anything in their life, they should first of all learn the universal laws, to know what it actually means to manifest. And law of attraction is just one part of that, and they don't work separately, they work together. And you know how they say that you have to be at this vibration level to attract this, and you're thinking in your head, if I'm not attracting it, then it's not my vibration level, it's not there and stuff. But in reality is that it just didn't work to get there. And everything in this world on earth, it's actually working. You're not seeing anything that just sits and gets, unless it's a pet, then your pet gets everything. But if it's not a pet, then you have to work for it. They hunt, animals hunt, birds fly, they take care of their young ones, they do build their nests. Everything is created in a way where you have to work for your stuff. And now I want to say that I truly believe in manifestation, but I don't believe in manifestation with fluffy words. I don't believe in manifestation with just because I took a class or I read a book. I believe that in all of these books and classes and videos, there's something that I learn all the time. I learn something new from them. It's just, but I don't blindly believe it. I just put it in perspective to what I know already and see what I need to work more. And I can tell you that if I would choose to be where I am right now, or where I was a year ago, 2 years, or 5 years ago, I will choose now. I worked through so many things, and I see things differently, and I I think I can notice that even when I talk to people, the way they talk. For example, one of the good points for me, a helpful point for me, was to actually put myself instead of other people, and even sometimes not putting yourself instead of them, but actually instead of judging them, give them credit. And that helped me very much. And it's not necessarily about that person, but it's about your peace of mind. When we irritate ourselves, we start to have these irritated thoughts about one person, and then they connect to something else, and then something else, and we get in this roller coaster of very not nice thoughts, and we get not excited, but we get angry, we get upset. And what I did, one of my favorite things was, if someone, let's say the light is green, sorry, the light is green and they are not driving, and I clearly can see them staying on their phone, instead of me getting upset that they're on their phone, I would think that maybe something happened, maybe it's an emergency, I don't know what's happening in that car, so I wouldn't judge. And that keeps you peaceful, and I think one of the things that people have to work is their peace. And to be in your peace, you have to work on yourself. You have to understand that what um, angers you, what makes you irritated about other people, it's actually something that you have in yourself, and you maybe don't see it clearly, but it's somewhere underneath the conscience, and you have that thing. And if it irritates, you need to start thinking about this. You need to start thinking about this. The other day, my husband said, made a comment. We were talking about something, and he made a comment and about me, and that was a very big surprise to me. I was like, I'm not like that, and I was swearing I'm not like that, um, and I truly believe I'm not like that. And we even asked ChatGPT, and he said it's not what he says that I am. But I wanted to say that then later I sat down and I was thinking which parts of me would show that. And I started working on those parts. So that's it for today's video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. And I'm just going through some thinking, and I want just to share with you. Have a good day.